Ah, hello and be welcome here in today's yoga class with me in the beautiful forest here in France by the forest of Brocéliande. This is here by a beautiful lake in Brittany. So wherever you are at home, take the time to get your yoga mat and to tune into your practice. So I'd like to invite you to just come here in the middle of your mat and find a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting here on my heels if you want to take the same pose as me, or just sit cross-legged. And then we just take a moment to soften. Notice our breath, inhaling nicely through the nose and maybe out softly through the mouth. Very nice. Now let's take our head together all the way up to sky as we inhale. And I exhale here as I take my gaze down towards my yoga mat. And again I inhale as I look up, slide my shoulders back softly. And exhale through the mouth, looking down. Do this a few times in your own time. One breath, one movement. As fast or slow as you want. And feel free to flap your lips here as I just did now. That's very nice. It's a very good release if that's what your body's asking for. And make this round your last. So inhaling, looking up. And exhaling, head down, release everything. Beautiful, nicely done. Now let's take the left hand and arm all the way up to sky, nice big circles. And I look behind me. Let's do this 2 times. And again. Same thing with the right hand, 2 times, taking the arm all the way up as you breathe. Opening up your body, and once more. Lovely. Now let's find a tabletop position on the mat. Hands nice under your shoulders and the knees stacked under the hips. And let's do a few rounds of cat-cows, looking up, really arching the back. And then rounding the back as I drop the head, really rounding the back and pushing the floor away. Do a few of those at the beginning of class. Warming up the spine. And feeling the contact of your yoga mat under the palms of your hands. And under your feet and toes, supporting you. Nice and grounded. And make this your last round, looking up. Let's go. And rounding the back, dropping the head. Very nice. Now here from your tabletop position, let's bring the right foot to the front of the mat into a low lunge. So my hips come to the front. And you can place the hands here on the thigh. And just enjoy this stretch, this movement here for the legs, the hips. You can stay still in your low lunge, or you can do little micro movements like I'm doing, sort of pulsing back and forth. That just feels really nice to my body right now, so maybe you will like that as well. And then switching the legs, so finding your tabletop again. And this time taking the left leg to the front, planting that foot, and then letting the hips come and slide forward, placing my hands on the front thigh here, just really enjoying this position, and feel free to tune into and feel how this is on this side. So sometimes we feel a bit different on one side of the body. Here you are welcome to do small little pulses as well if that feels nice to you. Very nice. Now join me at the front of the mat. Let's come and stand and continue our sequence. All right, so here at the front of the mat, planting the feet first, really feeling your feet evenly and all 10 toes. And then scanning through your body, so from your feet, ankles, legs, waist and chest and head, just a really nice long line. And the arms can be alongside your body, palms facing forward in mountain pose. Feeling the beauty of your own presence here on your mat. Letting the heart shine, opening that heart space here to the world. Soft, nice face. You might want to bring a little smile onto your lips. Very nice. Let's have a beautiful class, everybody. Taking the arms up to sky, inhaling as I look up. Exhale, joining the hands together, folding down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your left foot all the way back here into lizard. Keeping my right foot at the front and framing that foot with the hands here. And just as we did at the beginning in the low lunge, feel free to take some movements here. If it feels good to you to pulse, to rock a little bit back and forth, you can do that. If not, you stay with that moving in your lizard. Letting your breath support you. Beautiful. Now slide your right foot to the back into plank. Nice strong plank. Activating your core here, pushing the floor away. Now from plank, roll your toes and find upward facing dog. So the knees are off the mat. I'm opening my heart space, looking up. And then rolling your toes back to find downward facing dog. Let's go. Looking between my feet here in down dog. You can have your knees bent, of course, if that feels better. Now looking between your hands at the front and walk or jump to the front of the mat. Rise in mountain pose. Let's do this again. Arms all the way up. Inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Finding your lizard here, framing the front foot. Option to stay still or to rock back and forth. And in yoga, we really use the breath all the time to support the breath, or prana in Sanskrit, is really referring to your life force, to your life energy, what fuels you. So don't be afraid to breathe and let it be audible. Very nice. Now sliding the left foot into plank. Let's go. Beautiful, nice long plank. Rolling onto the toes for upward facing dog. And down dog, hips up in the air. Space between my feet. And let's walk the dog here. So bending one knee, then the other. Really enjoying this hamstring stretch at the back of the legs. Now looking between your hands, front of the mat, and walk or jump to the front. This time finding a chair, so hands up to sky, hips down as if you're sitting in a chair, holding that chair pose for a few seconds. And I'm looking right in front of me, just fixing a point of focus. And finding my mountain pose again. Beautiful. We continue our flow, inhaling, nice long arms all the way up to sky. And exhale, flowing down with grace. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, come straight into down dog here. So take your feet to the back, hips up. Looking between the feet. Now taking the feet slightly closer to each other and raising the right leg all the way up to sky. Let's go. Option to bend the knee here for a hip opener. Look between your hands and place your foot at the front into warrior one. So I'll show you first warrior one. My front foot is facing here just straight, but my back heel is more towards me and the toes out. So both my feet are not like this. The back heel has a bit of an angle. Front knee is bent and I take my arms all the way up to sky here, warrior one. Finding my point of focus again to concentrate my presence and my energy to support me in this pose. And then I come and open here in warrior two. So my feet stay the same, only my arms slide here. And you can look right in front of you across the middle finger here at the front. Now straightening your front foot, walking the back leg slightly closer to you, and then sliding down into triangle here. You can have a micro bend in the front knee if that feels more safe. And I look up to sky. So the right hand can be on the floor. It can also here just be on the leg if it feels too much to be down on the floor. And then slowly, just gracefully, bringing yourself back into mountain pose at the front of your mat. Very nice. Reconnecting to your center, to your breath, to your body. Let's inhale together, bringing the arms up to sky. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step into plank. And in your plank now, we're bringing the right knee to right elbow, a little bit of core. Inhaling, bringing that knee to the right. And back, let's do the same with the left. Left knee to left elbow. Beautiful. And push into down dog, hips all the way up to sky. Here in down dog, feel free to bend your both knee toward the floor and then lengthen again through the heels. Now bringing both your feet slightly close, lifting the left leg all the way up to sky. Option to bend the knee. And looking between your hands, bringing that left foot towards the front into warrior one on this side. So planting the feet first, heel at the back slightly in towards you, and then taking the arms all the way up. And be sure to bend your front knee. And opening your body here to all beautiful possibilities in life and to your own magic. Sliding the arms into warrior two here, facing the right side of the room. Looking right across my middle finger at the front and still bending that front knee. Now straightening my front leg, walking the back heel closer, and coming down here. Right arm all the way up, left hand slides down, either towards the floor or the foot. Beautiful. Now slowly bring yourself into a mountain pose here at the front. And connect back to your breath. Now come a little bit more towards the middle of your mat and find your chair pose. Anchoring your presence and your weight more onto the right foot here. And then lifting the left foot off the mat and wrapping it over the right thigh for eagle. Option to do the arms as well, so that would mean left arm comes under right. And from here we slide into warrior 3. Let's go. So taking the left foot all the way towards the back. And I'm fixing a point of focus on my yoga mat to help me with the balance. Arms alongside my body here towards the back. And my fingertips are quite active, nice active hands. And slowly place your foot back down. Nicely done. Shake your feet a little bit here before we continue. And since we're surrounded by beautiful trees here, let's do a nice tree pose. So let's continue with the right foot being the standing foot. Finding my focus now and bringing my left sole of foot here on the calf or on the inside of the thigh, whatever works best for you. And tuning in with your balance. You can join the hands here in prayer at the heart center or take your arms up into branches. Beautiful. And place your foot back down. Shake your legs here a little bit. And then find your chair pose again. Sinking low. Let's go. And now shifting yourself slightly onto your left foot. Nice and rooted. Raising the right leg off the mat, wrapping it over the other, and sinking a bit down here with the hips towards the floor. Keeping my arms as they are, or taking right arm under left elbow. And connecting with the eagle here, its sharpness and warrior spirit. And then preparing to come into warrior 3 here, flying warrior. Beautiful pose. And really squeezing both glutes and the thigh of your standing leg to help you. Lovely. Now place your foot back down. Let's shake it out a little. And then let us connect with the beautiful tree pose. So this time on the left foot, anchoring that left foot nicely and bringing the right shoulder foot either onto the calf here or onto the inner thigh. Palms of the hands at the heart center or up in branches. And here to help you, you might want to just really squeeze your thigh against the foot, so to have this traction of the thigh being squeezed and the foot really pushing into it. And nice long line with the whole body. And I come and place my foot down, shaking the feet slightly here, especially for the ankles. Let's maybe take a few ankle rolls, just nice and quick. One foot then the other. Very nice. Now I'll demonstrate dancer pose. So starting with the right foot, standing foot, then taking the left leg behind you with the knee bent, and I come and grab that foot with the left hand, and then option to take the right arm slightly towards the front, tilting your torso down and opening that leg further just by squeezing the glute and pushing slightly more upward. Dancer pose, let's give it a go. And breathing here, finding your point of focus again to help you. And gently placing my foot down, taking dancer pose on the other side. Planting that left foot firmly into the ground. Kicking the right leg behind me, grabbing it with the right hand. An option of coming forward here with the left arm right in front. And squeezing that right glute slightly, pushing the knee further up. And slowly bring your foot down. A little fly here. And let's find a seated position, straight into boat pose for a little bit of ab work. Let's go. So bringing my heels up with the knees bent. Arms here alongside the legs. And like we said, using the breath to help you and the point of focus. That's called drishti in yoga. And it's perfectly okay if you tremble a little bit like me. This is quite a core pose, but you can do it with your focus and your breath. And now slowly bringing the heels down for a nice forward fold with one leg. So extending my right leg, taking the left heel in here, inside the thigh, somewhere there. And then arms all the way up to sky, really elongating my spine all the way up to the head. And then letting my right hand grab the toes or wherever it lands. Maybe it lands here more on the leg. And I open my chest here to the side, to the left side. And just see how you feel in this pose if you want to come further down. Softening your face. Very nice. And slowly just switching the legs. Find really graceful, nice, intuitive movements here with your body. This is your time to find yourself beautiful and just really just let your body shine. And raising the arms up here and lowering down, letting left hand grab left foot. And looking at my right hand, opening here to the right side of the room. And if you want to come further down, you can give that a try. And then finding yourself facing the front again. Soles of feet together. And the heels are fairly close here to my glutes and my hips. You'll find your sweet spot when you see that you can go further. That's where you stay. Holding your toes or feet here in butterfly pose. And we either want to be sitting just really tall with a straight back, looking right ahead. Or option number 2 would be to fold a little bit over, let the head roll down, chin towards the chest. So you can try either one of these positions here in butterfly. And really letting your forehead soften. You can shake your head a little bit here, right to left, if that feels good to you. Letting all your worries and thoughts just melt into the ground. And feeling your feet press against each other with the toes and the heels, with a little bit of a gap in the center where the feet don't quite touch. And we're breathing a little bit softer now. And when you're ready, just gently coming out of this nice restorative butterfly pose. Grabbing hold of your big toes with your fingers here, bracing yourself. And then with focus and concentration, maybe you want to find your point of focus again here at the front. We're going to come here, roll a little bit back, and with control, extend the legs, straightening them all the way down through the heels, engaging the core. And slowly releasing. Coming on the knees for our next pose. So on the knees here, make sure that you're nice and stable. Strong lower back and core. We're gonna get into camel pose. Lovely back bend. So tucking the toes here, definitely tucking the toes. Then you can place your hands on the waist, starting to really open the heart space, the chest, sliding the shoulders back. And just start to feel here the strength of your lower back and abdomen area. We definitely want that to be nice and solid. Letting my head fall further back. And once I feel I'm nice and strong here, I'm gonna take the hands off the waist. And the hands come onto the heels, camel pose. So I'm not moving my head at all, just really opening the chest now. Pushing on my heels. And also squeezing the glutes and pushing those pubic bones out forward. And when you want to get out of the pose, carefully take one head off, place it on your stomach, and then the other hand, and here we go. Beautiful. Let's slide straight into puppy pose here. So arms and forehead, or maybe chin or nose, or maybe chest, come and melt into the mat. And my hips are up in the sky. We're not sitting on the heels here. Letting yourself soften. And we're sort of pushing the floor away here. Beautiful. Now carefully push yourself out of the pose and find Sphinx pose. So just letting your belly come down on the mat. Forearms and palms of hands on the ground. Breathing softly here into this gentle back bend. For our last pose of today's class, push your hips towards your heels. And let there be quite a bit of space here between your knees. And we're gonna come and sit just like this with the bum sort of inside each heel. And just relaxing everything, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the legs. Breathing nicely. If for any reason this is too much, of course you're welcome to just simply sit on your heels with the legs together. And finally, finding a nice seated cross-legged position to end the class together in mindfulness and wellness. So just sitting nice and tall. Palms of the hands can rest here on the knees or thighs. And just gently and slowly letting your head fold down and roll across your shoulders. Half circles or full circles. Head back to center, lowering your ear on the right side down towards your right shoulder, and you can place the hand on top of the head to push it further down with a bit of weight. And you can also extend your left arm for the further stretch here, just feeling into this. You might want to close your eyes here. And softly bringing your head back to center and lowering down left ear to left shoulder. Option to bring the left hand onto the head to push it gently further down toward that shoulder. And extending that right arm as well out to the side if that feels good. Keeping your eyes nice and soft. Head back to center. Bringing the hands into prayer here at the heart center. This is called Anjali Mudra in yoga. Unifying both the right side and the left side of yourself together. Harmonizing your being from the inside out. And let's now bring our hands in prayer to the forehead for good and empowering thoughts. Hands towards the mouth and the throat chakra for beautiful, empowering words. And finally, hands to heart for kind and empowering actions. Thank you so much for practicing today's class. I hope you enjoyed our session today here in the French forest in Brittany, in the middle of all the trees and the blue sky. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.